Tars, you had such an inside 50s differential. How do you improve, I guess, the skills going forward?
Yeah, that was actually a positive from the weekend, being able to lock the ball in our half and get so many inside 50s, and it's something we just got to keep working on. Obviously, we'll go through the structure of where our forwards were and all the rest, but you just got to keep working on your skills. It's not an easy fix. And yeah, you've got to work on continuing to hit those kicks at training and put yourself under pressure. So we've been working at that behind the scenes, and we'll continue to do that.
Was it just one of those nights, or you just have those days, or is it a pressing issue?
No, I don't think so. I think to be able to have it in your front half is a positive, and some games just pan out that way, and you've got to give credit to the way Port Adelaide defended as well. They're a quality back line and were able to stop our forward kicks. So it's something that we've been working on, and yeah, as I said, we'll just keep working on it.
Do you think there's better vision going forward though, like lowering eyes, that kind of thing?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into it. You've got to lower your eyes, but Port put pressure on you as well, so it takes away your time that you've got to be able to hit those kicks. So it's something that we need to keep working on, but it's a credit to Port Adelaide as well.
You guys did control sort of big parts of the game, but they sort of seem to be so efficient on the rebound. How difficult did that make it down back for you guys? How quickly sometimes the ball was coming out?
Yeah, well, they're a quality side, and I think that's one of their strengths, being able to rebound from their back half, and they've got so many running plays that can use the ball really well, and they had a lot less inside 50s, but they were really potent when they went forward, so it always does make it hard as a back six when the ball's coming down really cleanly, and they were able to kick some goals off that transition, so it was pretty tough back there, but in saying that, we had our opportunities as well, so it was a bit of 50-50 in the end.
You mentioned that Port Adelaide's pressure before.
Mm-hmm.
How do you reckon you guys handled the pressure yesterday?
I think the inside 50 kicks is an area that we're going to keep working on. Obviously, their pressure probably got the better of us. We weren't able to lower ours at times, and they were able to turn it over. So I think we handled it pretty well, though. There were stages where they got to a 3-4 goal lead, and we were able to stay in the game, especially in that second and third quarter. So we won a lot of stats as well. We won the contested ball and tackles and ground balls and all the things that and Walshy prides themselves on. So I think we held up under pressure. It's just a matter of finishing off with some polish.
So many big forwards must have been tough to cover all of those.
Yeah, and their forward line's going to trouble a lot of defences in the AFL. They've got quality players, Schultz, Ryder, Westhoff, who all managed to hit the scoreboard, and it's going to trouble any defence. Yeah.
How's Rory Sloane looking today?
Yeah, Sloaney got a knock to the calf, I think it was, so he's a bit sore, and that's why you get subbed off. So he'll be managed throughout the week, and it's pretty early in the week, so we'll see how he goes there.
Hendo, he came down, but was he all right?
Yeah, I think Hendo got a knock to the chest, so he'll manage that this week. I'm pretty sure he's in the mix. It's too early in the week to tell, but I think Hendo got a knock to the chest, so he's a bit sore there.
The scoreboard obviously didn't go any favour, but was Walshy happy with the response from last week?
Yeah, I think so. He was, yeah. Our ability to really be in the game, and our effort was a lot better this week, I thought. We lacked a bit of polish going forward and didn't hit the scoreboard at times, but the way we competed against the quality side, it was definitely a turnaround from 8 days ago when we played the Bulldogs.
You won so many key areas, as you've alluded to. What is the number one thing, though? You spoke a bit about the execution, the polish. Is that what you need to hone in on, and how do you do that this week?
Yeah, I think so. That's probably the main area we'll be focusing on. As I said, you just got to practice it. When training finishes, you've got to do a bit extra, just the little things that add up. And our forwards, our mids, our backs, we're all working on hitting our kicks and doing the simple things over and over again. So for us, it's about continual improvement. We've got to do that over and over, and then it's not going to happen maybe this week or the week after, but over time, hopefully we improve that area of our game.
Have you been keeping a close eye on Jake Lever, and how's he going?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of work with Jakey. He's obviously an impressive young backman, and is probably a key back that will be in the mix this week. He played really well in the sample, but that's up to Walshy how he goes with that. Jake's been impressive from the first day he walked in the club. His attitude and his professionalism and the way he wants to improve, and he always pesters the older guys to find ways to improve. So that's impressive as a young guy, and hopefully Jake keeps going upward and keeps playing well.
How does he sort of, what's his game like? Can you sort of describe it to us? He seems to rack up a few positives.
Yeah, he's got a good mix actually. He's kind of a tall defender who can shut a guy down, but who can also run off and get the ball. So he's raw. He's only in his first year, but he's really improving quickly. So I think Walshy said it before. He'll be in the mix. He's a good player, and hopefully keeps improving.
Is he gone past Harding, do you reckon?
It's not up to me to say. I don't think I'd compare two players, but they're both quality players. And Kyle played a really important role on the weekend as well. He locked down Eddie from South and played a really good shutdown role there. So those two guys are really good players, and they'll both be looked at this week.
Like you said, Jake's still pretty glorious in his first year. What sort of things do you look at to determine whether you think he's ready to have a crack at the next level?
It's more at the coaches, but from a player's point of view, you always want a guy who can compete, and Jake's certainly one of those guys, as is Kyle Hartigan. Both those guys will give everything to beat their man, and they're both competitors, which we really love and value at this club.
Walsh, you mentioned that Port were able to sort of isolate Jake Kelly in the back line at one stage. Do you guys need to help out a bit more if that happens again, or what happens?
Yeah, it's hard because they've got three forwards. You know, they've got Ryder and Schultz as well. Ryder's probably a bit tall for the other two, so I had to play on him a bit more. But they're really smart in general play at isolating a guy, and it's really hard to get off because if you do, they're still able to use that other player. So it's a credit to Port the way they were able to work their forward line. And as I said before, their forward line's really potent and will trouble a lot of defences this year.
Daniel, you play against some amazing forwards every week, but in terms of an overall forward six, is that the best forward six you think you played on for a long time?
It's hard to compare game by game, but Port have certainly got a really good forward line, and the way they use the ball going into the forward line as well. It's not just their forwards; the way they're able to use their skills and kick it to advantage. It's going to test any back line. So credit to them.
You had a look at Gold Coast, and what's the sort of key to beating them?
Yeah, it's still in the week. Obviously, you watch your opposition that's coming up, and I think we've got to keep winning the contested ball, winning it out of the centre, and keep it in our forward half. And they've got some good forwards as well that we'll need to shut down. So we've got to bring the effort again, keep working on the basics, the skills, and all the rest, and hopefully the game will take care of itself.
You picked a hell of a week to have them, and they've been pretty ordinary up until the weekend, and then they score a massive win. So, I mean, you guys had a great record against them, though, so would you back yourselves in?
Oh, look, you go into every game pretty confident, but as I said, they're a quality side and they played really well on the weekend and really gave Brisbane a belting. So we're under no illusion that we don't go into any game as favourites. It's about what you put out there on the day, and I think if we go over there with the right attitude and play the right way, we should be confident going into any game.
So has he played on Dixon much? You obviously get in, would you?
I haven't played on him before, but he's a quality player. I think he kicked 6 last week, didn't he? Yeah, so he's a big boy, and that's something we'll go through later in the week. I know I've played on Tom Lynch before, and they've got him as well. So, I mean, another 2 or 3 quality forwards that we're going to have to do the job on this week.
It's 2 losses in a row now, Daniel. Was sort of this a worrying little slump for you guys?
No, I don't think so. I think we've played 2 quality sides and the form of our opposition really stands up. So, as I said before, we're about a continual improvement. The AFL is a tough league and you're not going to win every game. So we've just got to keep our heads up. We're a really positive football club and it's what we're trying to work towards, getting better and better, competing with those top sides. So for us, it's just about working on the little things week to week and we'll get there.